expenses, but at a much, much cheaper rate.
Now, what do you say to small business owners who really haven't made any money yet? They're out there getting clients, but their money is somewhere down the line, and they say, well, why would I need a bookkeeper until I start actually generating income?
Well, I can say that as a new business owner, it's going to take anywhere from 12 to 18 months statistically to make a profit in your business. But during those 12 to 18 months, that is such important data that you can use. For example, how will you know when your peak seasons are versus your slow seasons? You would know that by looking at your financials. How will you be able to review your financials if you don't have some type of record-keeping system in place? How will you know when you should market heavily versus when it's okay to place the marketing funds on another avenue in your business? You would know by reviewing your financial statements. How can you review your financial statements if you don't have a record-keeping system in place?
So money is a big way to really map your business.
Yes, to understand the true health of your business, you need to have an accurate, reliable record-keeping system in place. Something that will allow you, if you wanted to look back 3, 4, 5 months from now, just to look at the month, 3, 4, 5 months, just to see what happened during that month, you'll have your record-keeping system in place so that you can look back at that month. What if you wanted to compare last year, February? What if you wanted to compare last February to this February? If you don't have a record-keeping system in place, you can't do that. And that's such important data. To be able to look at last month versus this month, that's very important because that gets into marketing and networking and other avenues that will help you grow your business just by comparing those 2 months together. But how can you do that if you don't have a reliable, accurate record-keeping system in place? You can't.
Well, I have to admit, you're kind of making me rethink some things.
One thing I like to do is teach. I love to really sit and talk to my clients and really, just help them understand. Because if you understand the health of your business, the true health of your business, you can take it very far. I've used this in my own business. I know when to market and network and when I can maybe take a vacation or two. I know that by my numbers. I know when I can maybe buy a new computer or a new printer or a new desk for an employee. I know that because my numbers are going to tell me. I know how much it's going to cost me to bring in a new employee and when I should do that because my numbers are going to tell me.
And that answers a lot of questions for most small businesses because I know on our radio show, we always have that when do you start? How do you know? At what point can you, ready to upsize, downsize? And you're saying basically just great bookkeeping system will tell you all that to know exactly when to take that next step, when to maybe expand your marketing.
Yes. There is such thing called key performance indicators, and I'm actually going to go over key performance indicator in our upcoming workshop. We have a virtual workshop that we're going to do soon, and I'm going to go over this. But key performance indicators are the indicators in your business that tell you how your business is doing and what are the next best steps for you to take in your business. If you're always watching your key performance indicators, you will always know what to do, what you should do and what you should not do, what marketing activity you should take and which ones you should not take. You will always know where your money is going. Maybe you're spending too much money on office supplies. How would you know that? You would know that by your key performance indicators. You would know that by your financial statements. The only way to get your key performance indicators, and these are very important numbers. They tell you about your gross margin. They tell you about your accounts receivable numbers. The only way to have those numbers is by having your financials in place. I know I'm saying that over and over again, but that's the only way.
Oh, no, that's really good. So how many key indicators are there?
There are a lot. There are a lot. We use a lot here when we meet with our clients. I know that I make sure that there are top 5 that I always look at. And Some of them are like your gross margin versus your net margin. But there are, I don't know the actual number, because as an accountant, I could look at your financials and find something that's going on continuously, and that could be a key performance indicator that I need to bring to your attention. Maybe your janitorial expenses is taking up 35% of your gross profit in your business. That's a key performance indicator. How has that been operating over the last 6 months, and how can we change it to where it's not 35% of your profit? Maybe it's only 10% of your profit. That could be a key performance indicator.
So basically, key performance indicators is pretty much based on your business and what percentage of expenses are going out that could be improved.
Yes, in a way, yes. Key performance indicators are basically giving you ideas about your business when you look at certain avenues, like your marketing or your gross profit, your net profit. Those are key performance indicators. It's just giving you a really close look at your business.
Well, Octavia, give us some information on your virtual webinar, because I'm sure that anybody listening to this would love to really sit down and look at maybe some features that they need to be doing or looking at for their business.
Well, we're going to have a virtual webinar called Financial Management Workshop, and this is where we basically go over and help business owners how to truly understand their business. We look at the key performance indicators. I help business owners during this webinar. We're going to help business owners to understand the true health of their business by creating and understanding the 3 most important financial statements that I mentioned earlier: your profit and loss, balance sheet, and your cash flow statements. These are 3 very, very important statements, and we're going to help you create it if you haven't. We're going to help you to understand what the numbers are telling you, and we're going to help you to understand how each statement connects with each other, and then how you can use it in your business. We're going to go over your operational cycle. Every business has an operational cycle. Every business goes from point A to point B a certain way. Well, we're going to help you to identify and use your operational cycle. I'm going to go over briefly how to build and maintain a business budget. We're going to go over, of course, your key performance indicators and how to avoid mistakes and how to plan for a prosperous future. Our financial management workshop is going to be March the 7th. And actually, people can go tomorrow, by tomorrow, February the 7th, and register for the early bird special. And with their registration, they'll get our new ebook. My very first ebook is coming out, and it's called How to Use Your Numbers to Grow Your Business. And they can, if they register between now and February the 7th, they'll get a copy of the ebook for free.
That is a good, opportunity, especially because it's the beginning of the year and we're all thinking about taxes. And, if you're in business, you need to treat it like a business.
Right. Yep. I agree. And you can go to my website at www.smartaccountingllc.com, and you can register there for the financial management workshop. And I'm actually thinking about pushing the date back because of tax season. I want to make sure that everyone is able to attend. We've had a lot of people register. I'm very, very excited. But I'm thinking maybe I'll push the date back another week or so just to make sure, because some of the people are saying I can't, register right now due to the tax season. So I'm thinking about it.
And repeat your website again, Octavia.
It's www.smartaccountingllc.com.
And before we, exit here, is there any, tips you would like to give people now that's in tax season, didn't do the records, have a lot of receipts and not sure the next step to take?
My number one tip would be to get your record keeping system in place. Even if you feel that you're unable to have a bookkeeper right now, then use Excel. Excel is a great method for keeping your accounting system in place. We did a webinar about 3 or 4 months ago where it explained how to use Excel to create an accounting system. And it's very simple. Have a Excel spreadsheet and list all of your income on one sheet, list all of your expenses on another sheet, and total those up. Once you total those up, your total for your income minus your total for your expenses is going to show you your net profit or your net loss in your business. And just maintain that on a weekly basis. Make sure that you're taking time to enter all of your receipts in that Excel spreadsheet. And if that's too complicated for you, then another method we went over in our webinar is to go and purchase envelopes. And in these envelopes, mark one income, mark another one expense, and all of your receipts for your expenses, put it in your expense envelope. And then everything that you do, if you create an invoice, no matter what you do to generate revenue, put that in your income envelope. And then total it up, minus your income from your expenses, and it's going to give you your net profit or your net loss. But the number one thing is to put some type of record-keeping system in place, something that will help you to understand the true health of your business.
And you know what? I'll tell you one thing. I have had a teenager. He's now in his 20s. But when he wasn't really managing his money right, that's what we did. We gave him the envelope system. So he can kind of start seeing as money would start going out, so he'd be more conscious of what he's actually spending. So that's a good idea. And I never thought about it for businesses, but that's a good idea.
Yes, and that's just for the business owners that just feel like, okay, I can't hire a bookkeeper. I don't have time to do this Excel thing. Well, that's like the last most simple way to keep everything in order is just get envelopes.
And the main thing with this is to keep track of what's going on, because if you ever have, somebody coming to you and have questions about it, you at least have to, you can get your hands on that information.
Right. You can get your hands quickly on that information.
Yeah, I like to quickly.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
I like the fact that I can go back and look. I can go back from the time that my business started and look at the numbers. And that really helps me because I can see how my business has grown over the years because I can look at my numbers.
Yeah, math is always so simple. I was always great in math and loved math in school because to me it was always black and white, whereas English, history, and all that wasn't. Well, thank you, Octavia, for that information. And I know I've learned a lot. And I'm just going to repeat your website again, just so people know to connect with you and your webinar at smartaccountantllc.com.
Yes. smartaccountantllc.com, and you'll find the live events tab, and then you can register for the webinar through that tab.
And if you do it by tomorrow, you actually get the free ebook.
Yes, if you do it by tomorrow, you get our free ebook, How to Use Your Numbers to Grow Your Business. And basically, it's going to walk you through as we do the webinar. The ebook is going to walk you through, and you'll be able to write down notes if you print it out, and you'll be able to go back once the webinar is over and use the information in the book to help you continue to grow your business until you're ready to call us to be your bookkeeper.
I like the way your mind works.
Thank you for joining Launch Over 40 Radio. You can sign up at launchover40.com and join our growing community.